Morning guys, Mike and Blair here from Rust Brothers. We're on like day 2.5 of the Chevelle. Basically, we've got most of the chrome stripped off. We've got all the upholstery out. We got the gauges out. We've got our buddy coming from Wireworks, and we're gonna put in a new American Auto wire loom. So fortunately, I broke my dash in about 3 places, taking it out. We got a new one of those coming. We got new light switch, ignition switch, wiper switch. So anyway, new carpet. Basically, what we've been doing yesterday, well, besides dismantling, Blair's been working on our gaps. Since we're gonna paint this, Blair's a gap fanatic. Anyway, some people might call him a freak, but anyway, he likes gaps. So I mean, basically, we're getting really happy. We've got an issue. I mean, ever since this car was built 20 years ago, we always had an issue with the hood, just because aftermarket fenders, aftermarket fenders even 20 years ago. So I mean, basically, to get a good hood gap, we're gonna have to slice and dice our header panel. There's just not enough room here. You can see how super tight it is up here. I mean, even since we first built the car 20 years ago, it always touched there, but now that we've got time, we're gonna fix it. Well, we don't really have time. It's already day 2, day 3 on the build, and what's happening, Blair? We're running out of time.
That's right, we have 13 days to have this ready for prime.
Yeah, so basically we've got parts coming from all across the continent. We've got people coming from everywhere to give us a hand. Anyway, so today we're gonna finish. I got a little bit of chrome. I'm gonna take off the front of the grill. I'm gonna take the header panel out so Blair can do some surgery on it.
Yeah, we're gonna cut both ends off.
Yep.
And make it longer.
Yes, so basically we've got no more adjustment, and you don't want a gap here. So to get this fender to move out, give us a little more room, you've actually got to widen this just a bit. I mean, that's what happens, because I think this is an original hood, but it could be a repop, and I know the fenders are both repop, so, right? So we've got some fitment issues. I mean, we're wide here, we're super tight there. I mean, we're tight here, like, so basically just not enough room, so we're gonna make room. And then give her a little twist, a little torquing. Anyway, so that's the update, because this is a gap we'd like to see all the way around. What's the prescription there, Dr. Smith?
This is nasty. I can't move the fender out or it won't line up with the door anymore. And I can't move the door out. So, I'm gonna start slicing in about 8-inch increments, and I'm gonna move the inner fender out to give me a proper gap and weld it back together without warping the hell out of this fender.
Because basically, what we're saying, like, we don't want to dick with this hood line, but as long as this fender line follows the line of the hood and the gap is consistent, it's gonna look really good.
Really sharp, yes. And
right?
You don't want to weld on the hood because they start to get hot. They can take right off on you.
Whereas Blair can always whip out the 2x4 and the sledgehammer to pound on the fender.
You betcha.
Okay, that's the plan, that's the prescription. There you go. Okay, let's go a little walk around, see what we accomplished here. Don't ever leave stuff on your car, guys, but I'm bad for it. Okay, yesterday, Blair fixed this gap. What did we have to do here? We had to weld a little bit on the...
add a bit to both sides.
Yep.
A bit to the hood, a bit to the fender, and that gave us a spectacular gap down
Yes, I'm liking the gap here. We've got a nice gap. We did a little more.
Same on the front, had to add just 1/16 of an inch.
Just we got a nice gap.
The fender was a major.
The fender was a radical mastectomy almost anyway.
It was tough. I mean, it was like a 32nd up to about 3/16.
So now, but like I said, now we've got a nice gap. I mean, ever since this car was first painted, it was always tight, right? Because there was just no adjustment. And the only way we could make it was basically Blair sliced the whole fender open end to end, gutted it, so to speak, and then we welded it up. So I mean, basically now we've got nice gaps. We've got our door gaps all set.
We just have to decide if we want to add. I mean, this is nice, but right about here, this is a hair wide.
We might just, once I get it sanded down, we'll probably just lay a little bit of a bead in here just to give us a gap, right? I mean, it just, everything is so nice when all your gaps are just even and consistent and right. I mean, it just makes the job look good. We're going through all this effort. Basically, what were you saying about the trunk? We're just going to lower the latch down. It's just, yeah, you can just feel it. It's slightly high on both ends. So we'll just lower that down, and then I'm going to wipe it down with
wax and grease remover.
Wax and grease remover, and then because this, basically we only have like 14 days to get this car painted. 13, 12, yeah, anyway, we're running out of time. So we're gonna start block sanding it. So this, because we're not doing a total strip right down to bare steel. I mean, this paint's been on 20 years. We've got good adhesion. We're gonna just start blocking it down, find our lows, find our highs, and hopefully in about 8-9 days, this thing will be in primer and ready for paint. That's the plan. So. Hey guys, I mean, normally we take out the windows, but I mean, we're under such a time crunch. Just we've got some little bits and that. So we're just gonna fire up our little mini Sandblaster. We use this thing, Speed Blaster. There's a lot of them out there, but I mean, this thing works like a hot hammer. We've had this one probably 8-9 years, never skipped a beat. That way we'll just get rid of all the pits down to the bottom, touch the glass a bit. The top won't be as bad because we can probably get down to sand just to get all the goop out of here. So, and you can see, because when you go to paint, you don't want sand everywhere, so we've covered up the trunk gaps. So when we're blasting this, we don't get any paint in, any sand in the trunk. Because there's God made little green apples. When you go to paint, you'll find that sand, and it'll be where you don't want it, in your paint. Okay guys, we got the trunk pretty good. Blair's happy with that. We're working on the sail panel here, the filler panel. It's got a little bit more mud. We had a lot of pitting that we hit with the Sandblaster. You can see it's all down to nice smooth metal now, so we're probably going to lay a little bit of mud here, and we'll probably have to put high solids on this and reblock it to get it back smooth. We were hoping not to, but you can see what a nice job the Sandblaster did there. Got it right down to metal, no pits, because normally that's where it always starts to bubble. It's right along the lip here, right? So if we can get that nice and clean, put some DP90 in there, lay some mud on this, block it out, put some high solids on it, block it again, and hopefully it ends up as smooth as the trunk. Hey guys, you can really see here what we're trying to do with the 400 grit. You can just see where it's all kind of like marbled. Well, that's called texture. What we're trying to do with this is just get rid of all that texture, so we have a very smooth surface to start with. Then we'll block it all out again with the 400 by hand. But yeah, basically we're trying to knock down all the texture that was in the clear, because when this car was done, there wasn't much wet sanding and polishing. I mean, it was a just nice, good job. It's lasted 20 years, but we're just trying to make it as smooth as we can possibly get it here. So that's the purpose of the feather edger. We still got to go over it by hand and block it all out, but basically we're just trying to get it down to a nice, smooth surface and get rid of all this texture here. I'm not miracle maker with that. see what's going on here. It's high. All along here it's high. I should see. You get these out without taking the glass out, Blair? Or do you always take the glass out?
Exactly what you're doing.
Okay. Is there a screw or something that holds that in, Blair, or no? Oh yeah, okay. Okay, hang on, now I gotta go up. Let me go up and then I can grab it. Let's have a look at it.
And this is how Mike lost his arm.
Ah, I see, said the blind man as he picked up his hammer and saw. Yeah, so I can actually turn it around too. Oh, we can refurbish it. We can rebuild this rubber block, okay? Now let's see how far down it goes without it. Oh! God, you know how many windows I've chipped in the last 20 years, Blair?
Oh, no way.
What?
Oh, really?
Yes. Okay. Does this have the screws or just the clips?
Sometimes it's staples, but usually it's a big rectangular shaped plug.
No, I mean this felt. Is it?
With these tiny little screws, star shaped.
Are you sure?
Of course not.
I think it's just got those stupid little clips.
Yeah. I'll be right there.
All right. I think we need new ones anyway.
Sure, new door handles too.
No. I like the door handles.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, these fuzzies are worn out.
Just a minute.
I think it just has those clips.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean? They just kind of go in.
It should be.
Oh, unless they're right in the middle here. Is there one there?
Right there. See the head?
Oh, yes. Okay. You are correct, sir. That not gonna work. Where's the other one? Yeah, this is the one I meant. See. Come on, let me get up close, take off my glasses. No, that's nothing. What are you doing? There's nothing. There's no screw there, Blair. Oh, this is they're buried deep. No.
Well, they don't want them to rub against the glass, right?
I don't see a screw. Shine it from the other side. No, there's no screw there. You don't believe me.
I don't believe you. Yeah.
I think they just pop out, Blair.
Okay, we'll pop them out.
No, I'm just,
You're buying new ones anyhow, right?
yeah, but I'm just, let's just look in here.
Whoa!
Watch the oil.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Like, don't they just pop out?
They would, but there's
Like up?
usually a screw at the end.
Fuck.
Okay, I'm gonna get a pair of needle nose.
Wouldn't it be easier with a flathead?
No. Oh, you see. Now here, let me just get in there just a little bit.
Don't, just,
Wow, they're good ones.
hang on. Don't be denting the door, Blair.
Now,
You're
there's
denting
got to
the
be a
door.
screw in there.
Where? Where is it? Where's that light?
Right there where I showed you. See that?
Okay.
Right
no,
there.
you were showing me there.
No!
Yeah, you were. It was right at the end. You were showing me an
No,
inch
I'm
away.
trying to pull
Hang
it
on,
out.
just wait. Well, let me look for the screw. I just bent it right where the screw was. Okay, it should be right. Fuck, now you fucked it up. Yeah,
I
just.
loosened the screw. They're seized in there. So
No, they aren't. There we go. You just gotta
because I
find it.
bent the shit out of it and made it work.
No, it's okay. Hang on, hang on. Okay, now the rest just pop out, don't they? Yeah. Okay, Blair, what's going on here?
Okay, so I started down here
Yep.
and I've added just a bit, a little more grinding, but basically I have a nice even gap now.
Beautiful.
Way nicer.
Yes, I like that.
So we got that. Sanded that a bit.
A little bit of mud on this, our
Yeah.
Evercoat,
Some metal to metal.
metal to metal. Another skip of mud. It's coming.
And then just the trunk here now.
The trunk. I knew it'd get to you.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're a little wide here, but in actual fact, we're a little tight back here. So I'm going to start by taking a piece out here, and then I'll push it over and re-weld it
Yeah.
until I get to my happy spot, which is probably about here.
Yeah.
Then I'll start up here, I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to push the vertical over and weld the gap.
Okay.
So then I have a smooth inner.
Yes.
You really have to watch your heat because I'll be filling a bit of a gap.
Yep.
But I'll use a blowgun as I'm welding, and if I control it, I'll go down to about here, and this will be, all the gaps will be freaking awesome.
Smile for the camera, Blair. Will that make you happy?
I'll be very happy.
Okay. Stay tuned. We'll put it on a time lapse. See how he does.
Happy doesn't buy you money. Perfect.